podcast and start streaming. Like there's a YouTube integration with this OBS now. There it is. I've got excellent connection, and there it is over here. I'm looking at it on YouTube, and I'm looking at a black screen right now. So hopefully, yep, there it is, starting soon. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. The starting soon doesn't have, it does have audio input capture, so I'm guessing I should be hearing myself. I am. I can hear myself, so that's good. I'm posting it to Twitter so people can watch us, hopefully. Outside of that, let's let people get rolled in here, maybe. Oh, you know what? I didn't post those, I didn't post it to the App Store. Like, it's still not live. Should I do it now? I had one tweet. And I would say, you know, timing set to come, and nobody provides me timing when I ask for it. So the closest I got was shortly, which is such a fucking bad answer. I appreciate that. So we will see. If nobody listens to this, who cares, right? Yes, it is. The space station. Yeah, I would have loved more hype for this, but fucking release this version. Boom. There it goes. Ha. Okay. All right, we got like 3 viewers or some shit right now, so I don't know. What's up, everybody? What's up? All right, let's kill it over here. I'm going to transition. I'm going to go boom, and there we are. We're now like zoomed. We're now like popped over so people can see. There it is.
Slide it in.
I see us finally. Joseph, it's good to see your face, and people are probably wondering, why are we here? What has happened in DMB land to garner a podcast?
This is so unlike us. Why don't you guys podcast more? Well, because we don't want to just podcast when there's nothing to talk about. And then it's like, oh, here we are in November, no fall tour.
No fall tour.
Yeah. So what in the world? What are you podcasting about? I don't even know what we're podcasting about.
Well, Panini 2001, greetings from the UK. I'm going to crack a Pennsylvania Yingling. How about that, Joe? I was in Philly this week for work, and I figured when in Rome, I'll have a little oldest brewery in the country. Yeah.
Oldest brewery in the country. They have a massive brewery down in Florida, like one of their campuses.
Interesting.
I'm the biggest brewery. Oh, your face made me think you didn't like it. What's going on?
I'm looking for my coaster. My life's crashing. Go.
Because you don't have a coaster?
I'm getting,
all right. Well,
I'm getting feedback here. There we go.
Oh,
there you go.
I have a garage beer. Have you heard of garage beer?
No, but I got this out of my garage, so does that count?
Well, I got a garage beer made in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Has some affiliation with the Kelsey brothers. I'm not sure that's the main thing, but I think it does. But
now I'm turned on. I don't want to hear any more about it.
That's not the reason I got it. The reason I got it is not because of that. The reason I got it was because I was in Columbus, Ohio last weekend when the Buckeyes beat Penn State. I got to went and tailgated and went into the game, and I wanted some beer for the tailgate, and I wanted something that was local to Ohio or Columbus. I didn't want to drink Yingling because that feels like a little bit too close to Penn State.
There you go.
So garage beer made in Columbus. That's what I got. So here we go.
And a garage beer all the way from the International Space Station. Given that video, you look like you're about to spit a bubble out and watch it float in front of you. So
I have no idea what's going on today. And you know what? You don't have your coaster, and I don't have good.
I have my coaster now, but I don't. This video probably won't go to YouTube after the fact, but the audio will have it there. People will be able to listen. If Apple has their shit in order, because that was a whole fiasco last episode too.
Yeah.
nothing works. Is really
Nothing
the
works. Well, cheers. Good to see you.
good to
Cheers.
see you too, buddy. Yeah. Okay. The reason for the well, what is the reason for the podcast? Are there developments?
I don't know. Are there things going on? I don't know. I just wanted I don't know. I wanted to ping your brain on what's been going on in the developments world. And,
What? Any new developments?
any new developments?
Yes. Yes, sir. I have to say, I am proud to say that I just clicked the button and am looking at a notification on my phone from the Apple Connect app. The status of DMB Hub version 2.0 has changed to ready for distribution. So
2.0?
DMB Hub 2.0 has dropped. Yes. Yep. Like a new album, but not come tomorrow.
Live right here. We watched you press the button.
We dropped it.
That's pretty.
We dropped it. So
We should have did that. We should have did that for the first one. We should have. Well, we didn't. Who would have known? Can you remember? 1.0?
Dude, I don't know if it was 1.0 that I eventually released or if it was like 1. I can go probably look, but it was like 1.14, 1.1, or I think
Sure.
I think it must have been 1.0. But then like I think for the first rip around, there were so many things wrong that like I was doing the rapid iteration of fix this bug, and hope Apple approves it quickly. Hope they don't like catch on to something that's unacceptable per their standards, and then all of a sudden this back and forth, which happened with the most recent version. It's like, oh, this doesn't look good on the iPad. I'm like, it's not made for iPad, but it overlaps. Okay, I fixed that. What about this thing? Well, that's the thing you asked me about last time that I fixed and told you how to work, but now you got it turns into that, and it was 2 weeks. So I put the 2.0 out thinking, oh, I'll bat the shuttlecock back and forth, 50 times before this thing gets approved. 36 hours later, boom, ready for disty, and I held it back because I was out of town this week for work, and I didn't want to release it out there and then not be able to like fix stuff if stuff.
Well, what you're not leading to is why it's such a surprise that they approved it right away is how significantly different 2.0 is from 1.0. This isn't just added a new feature. This isn't just changed a couple things. 2.0 is completely different.
For people on the video, should I like go ahead and pull it up here? I know you probably can't see it, Joe, but you can bring it along and follow along if you want, right?
I can follow along. I'm lucky enough to have it.
I'm gonna set up this this little phone capture thing here, and it should like when I initially tested this, Joe. The cool part was this actually worked, and now it's not.
We didn't test it. We didn't test it a second time after the first time.
Oh, I did. I tested it multiple times, but then whatever. It's it's like whatever. It is it's not a screen. It's a screen capture, browser capture, capture card. I don't know. Screen capture. It was the iPhone, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
I'll try it one more time, and if not, we're in deep trouble here. Media source? No, it's not media source. It's I called it the iPhone, so I'll try one more time here. Like it was like a video capture device. That's what it is. That's what it is. And then a device is my iPhone. And
there you go.
It is. And now I just have to like shrink it down real quick, bring it in between us. Like, sorry for the live like demoing everybody, but you're not seeing what I'm seeing, thank goodness. That'd be all right. Here we go. And then basically I just transition here, Joe, and I go, whoa, and there. Now people are looking at my phone.
Yes. So let's first things first. Let's go to your bank account.
Yes, let's pull that up and disappoint everybody.
Go ahead and share the key numbers that are in there.
So what you're looking at right now, and Joe, do you want me to give you the link to like the YouTube or like pull up the app on your side? I'm at the hub right now.
Yep.
You can see it's completely different. Now, you're looking at
I would say I would say talk through it as much as you can because not
right,
everyone's got YouTube. Some people might be
right.
listening without the visual, so
Yeah,
they might be following
the
along.
old hub had like our stories and the things that, like on this day, hot thread, like if we did news. Well, that's all there still, but there's more context, there's more colors, and there's definitely more content when it comes to the on this day stuff, and like new show streams, things like that. There's also a couple of buttons on the front that shortcut you to your stats. Joe's, your probably looks much different than mine. Mine says 0 shows in 2025 and no scheduled next shows. But if you've got like a show
Yeah,
coming up, it'll tell you how many
yeah.
days left. It'll count you down, which is cool.
Oh, I'm
Um,
gonna have to add some shows, I guess.
yeah, well, we know you're
Even though
going.
there's only well, I don't know that I'm going, but even though there's only 3 future shows
Yeah.
at the moment, but
And,
yeah, mine shows a nice 27 shows in 2025.
yep, yep. And then there's the latest show, which puts you to the latest show, which happens to be these private shows that just got entered into Tour Central, which is kind of unexciting in a way, right? It's not like a real show that everybody can say I went to, add it to their stats and stuff like that. But you'll notice on this day, look at the card. Like this used to be just this in '94, Dave and Tim at Irvine Plaza. That's what it used to say. Boring. You'll notice there's this summary here. This Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds show at Irvine Plaza features a marathon 22-song performance, heavily drawing from the early catalog, with Remember Two Things appearing nearly complete at 8 of 10 songs. Recently made its debut as an opening song after never starting a show before this point. The set list became historically unique after just the second song, and the night included Tim Reynolds' solo showcase on Stream, one of his genuinely rare compositions that have appeared only at 3% of shows to that point in time. How did we do that, Joe? Did you come up? Are you sitting there pulling the encyclopedia out?
You've been wondering what I've been up to and why I'm in space and why my video is not good. Is I have pulled all distractions away and I've been writing show recaps on every possible show, especially the 1994 shows.
Ah, yes. Well, let's go into the show. I'm going to tap into it. And now you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We've got like a different looking view show. Like you've got this card up top that's really cool. It's the same information, but more. You can see what the average review was, the average rating of 4 out of 5. You tap the number, 20 ants attended the show. If you tap the songs, you can see the cards are beautiful now. Like way better layout, more consistent layout. They aren't just slopped over with the appearances, the last time played, the rarity. If there's any notes or guests that shows up, you can do your shuffle right here and swipe between, and you can see that card actually moves up and down the list when you swipe it, pointing to the song that it's coming from. So, like, super proud of this. You can go through like the info tab. You see like the rarity and the divergence factors, and there's info cards, so you can tap to see what all of those mean. The charts didn't really get a lot of love this time around, thinking about what to do with this. If you go to reviews, there was none for this show. In photos, there were none for this show. Photos? What the fuck? Yeah, you can now browse photos if people have uploaded them to shows and swipe through them. What you can also do if you were at the show is upload photos. Upload the band set list. Upload your ticket stub. How about that?
It's pretty cool.
I'm psyched about that. And write your review. So you can do your reviews from the phone as well. So
a bunch of those things were you had to do on the website before. Yep. Now you can do them all inside the app.
But you'll notice this little button on the set list tab called Ants Intelligence. That's what generated that summary for the Dave and Tim show on the front page of the hub. So you tap.
Is that what AI stands for?
AI stands for Ants Intelligence. Did you know this?
I didn't know that. I heard everybody talking about AI and it's going to take my job. Ants Intelligence is going to take my job.
I mean, could go a lot of directions with that one. Well, anyway, so let's check this out here. Tap Ants Intelligence. Oh, out slides the show analysis. Now, I'm going to tap the little info button. This panel provides AI, Ants Intelligence, generated analysis of the show curated from the Tour Central database that forms the foundation of antsmarching.org and DMB Hub. Ants Intelligence can't guarantee factual accuracy, but hey, who can? I mean, I know Joe can't. Please provide feedback by browsing to the About area of DMB Hub. So this is like the summary, but you scroll on it, and it's a deep, deep, deep review and summary of what happened at that show. Significance, rarities, trends, and then just kind of slide it back over when you're done. So I'm super, super, super proud of that. Um, let's see. I'm going to go back into the view area, view show area in a little bit here. But I went back to the hub here, and I'm going to go back over to the menu, which is completely redesigned as well. A lot cleaner, using icons, colorful icons. You'll notice Tour Central was there before. Like nothing's new here in terms of the menu item. But if you go into Tour Central, I mean, this thing's completely, that used to bring you to the years. Now, boom, you're looking at the current tour, the progress of the current tour, the little progress bar. Or you can browse by year, by tours, songs, and venues. So, like,
Highly requested feature. People, wanted to just, hey, how do I just look up a song? I'm talking about a song with some friends. We want to see times it was played and search shows it was played and all that kind of stuff.
yep.
Boom, you can now just go and start looking at individual songs.
And at the bottom, search. Boom.
Search.
You can. This is the same thing as on the Ants website. You can search, add songs that I want to see. Oh, let's see. What was it? I want to see how many shows I've been at with 40 that I've been at. Search. I've seen it 7 times. It was played. And look at those little musical notes there, Joe. On the top 3, well, as you can't see.
What is that?
Now,
what does that mean? What's the
it
musical
means those
note
shows
mean?
I can stream on the hub. So that shows you that right
there. You can listen to the show.
Yep. You go to, let's go to songs. Everything's got this little search bar at the top. Now on the top right, you can filter by the last time it was played, what album, its rarity factor, its show flow rating. So I can see what the most popular songs on the site are. I can filter by album, or at the top, I can just search. Let's say 41. It's been played 916 times. I tap it. Now I'm at the show song homepage. I can see total performances, how many times it's teased, its rarity. I can see its debut performance, its latest performance, its show flow rating, its average slot, and then in the middle I can click view all performances. And that's a lot of them. And it will show you every performance, which then again, you can sort chronologically by rating, by the divergence factor of the show. You can filter it by Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds shows, Dave and Friends, Dave Matthews. So all of that across the board from any angle you want. I think that's pretty freaking sweet.
That's cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So if you, I love both of those. I love the search. Hey, you're talking about, hey, have they ever played these 2 songs together? And you're just talking about it at the bar. Before, it would take a little bit of effort to get the answer to that. Now, boom, D&B Hub, search.
Yep.
Just put the 2 songs and say, did they ever play in the same show, or did they ever play consecutive, or whatever kind of things you want to ask. Ask it, and you get your answer.
Bingo, man. And let's you'll notice the most attended venue is Tracks at 154 shows. The number 2 is Gorge, 81. 81 for Gorge. SPAC right up there at 54. So you hit SPAC. Well, look at this. Oh, I've got little tooltips, by the way, that pop up and give you little hints as we go. That hint means hey, that's the seating chart for SPAC. Let's check it out. Look at that. You can zoom in. There's section 1 for you right there, Joe. That's where we gotta be.
No, you gotta go pit. You gotta go in front of section 1.
So you can see this thing has had 54 shows. The capacity is 20,000. It was established in 1966. Its first show was in 94. Almost 18,000 unique ants have been there, but total, over 107,000 ants have attended all the shows across the board. And you can view all the shows that have happened at SPAC. It's just meant to be super, super deep. Really cool. The other thing, you can browse tours, right? So let's look at the Dave Matthews Summer Tour, this one just now. Look at the bottom card of the tour. What do you notice there? Liberations. So if you go to a tour, you can see that there were 44,000 ants who went to the tour, 124 songs played, and 5 liberations. And it shows you how many shows, how many days since that liberation, link to the show where it was liberated. Or you can tap View All, and now you go to Liberations, and it shows you them all in this kind of list. And then you can go to Awaiting Liberation, and it goes to the other side of it, where you can see the songs that are coming up for eligibility or waiting for liberation that are still eligibly liberated in the context of that band, that tour. So you can do that for any tour and go back and see Liberations. So think it's really cool. Like if you go to the show, you'll notice now, one of them, like dive in, you see it slowly glowing a blue color. And if you tap on it, last time played, Liberation. And it says overall 192 shows back. So if that's been liberated more than 2x, 3x, 4x, it'll also indicate that as well. So really neat. A lot of fun.
When I went to it, it said, "Hey, how was the show? Tap here to leave a review and share your experience."
What are you waiting for? Put that review in.
I gotta remember. I must not have left one before.
But
probably, if I would have left one before,
it will not review. It will not remind you for that show again. By the way, it will not remind you for the same show. Okay, so that's Tour Central. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about Tour Central. You may have seen on the website the show cards. If you've been browsing Tour Central, you can basically get like a collector baseball card. It's handmade with hand-stamped gold foil with the Ants logo. A few people have gotten them already, really, really liking them. It's kind of a collector's item. And if you go to any show, Joe, like let's say you go to Gorge Night 2, right?
Was there something special about that show?
It seemed to be a pretty popular one. I think its average rating is 4.97. So who's the jerk?
4.97.
Who's the jerk?
Oh yeah, who deducted that?
Up at the top right, you can see there's actions, like you can add it to the attendance list, of course. You can share it. It's got the play button up there, but it's also got this little shopping bag looking icon. You tap on that, and it's a show card. Slides right up from the bottom. And it basically says, commemorate the show with a handcrafted collector's card showcasing the set list and unique statistics. Crafted by hand and foil stamped with the Ants logo, these cards come protected in a penny sleeve and a hard top-load case. Now you can preview what the front and the back of the card are going to look like.
What's a penny sleeve? Whatever, people don't know what a penny sleeve is.
If you're in a baseball card, it's like a super thin plastic sleeve the size of a card. So you protect it at that level, and then it slides into a hard plastic sleeve as well.
Oh, cool. So it's like double.
Yeah, exactly. It says if you were at the show, go back and add your attendance for a chance to personalize the back of the card. So if you were at this show, there would be a toggle. You say personalize it. You can even look at the preview of it, and it'll say show number 41 with the Ants logo, if that was your 41st show, right? So some people do it for their 100th show. Some people do it for all of them. And by the way, if you are an Ants Plus member, you get a $1 discount. So that's kind of nice, too. It was a way to say thank you to the people who are Ants Plus. So that's, you just slide it down if you don't want to. But do that, rinse, repeat, buy it right through Apple Pay. Really?
Yeah, that we hadn't announced that really, right?
Haven't announced it.
Haven't announced it.
That's been a slow. That's been kind of a soft launch. Yeah.
But now it's available either on the website or via the app.
The app,
you can do it from the website or the app.
Website is Apple Pay if you're using like Safari, or credit card, which is nice too.
Yeah.
So it's all good. You'll notice in the main menu area, I'm on the back on the left now, the bottom left links to our podcast, our X account, and our Instagram account.
I had to click on the Ants Intelligence on that show on Gorge Night 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I don't want to read the whole thing, but it's freaking pretty awesome.
Do you want to give some highlights?
Oh, I mean, you could even the Ants AI is like freaking excited about the show. And even just the way that it started is like extremely rare positioning choice of all along the watchtower opening the show, which is true because it's only having a 2.1% of the show. It's like that's not the first thing people talk about that show, but it's like this just started already.
Watchtower's been played almost 900 times, and it's only open 2.1% of that time. Like, yeah, 2 out of 100.
And then it's like the real story unfolded from PNP forward as the band pervert every song from Before These Crowded Streets in album sequence. This wasn't just a handful of favorites. They played deep cuts too. It's just cool. Bella Fleck on there talks about that there was the most exciting guest presence was Jake on fiddle. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yep, it is pretty cool. I'm glad you like that one. So the Ants Intelligence, it's not done for all shows. So what happens is it gets generated on the fly if it hasn't been already generated on a show. So have at it. That's our gift to the community. And we've got other ideas coming up, by the way, for Ants Intelligence, and something really cool coming up for version 2.1, actually already in the works. Joe, thanks to you and your idea, and it's
For
pretty much
that
done.
one, you got to be a plus member for.
You got to be a plus member for that. You got to be a plus member for that.
Yeah. So if you want that coming.
Back to the main area. I'm going to go to personal stats because this is pretty cool. The at a glance, it used to just sit there and show at a glance. Your stubs, your shows, your songs, your breakdown. This is all pretty similar, just much prettier. But let me go to like my songs and my shows are very similar to what they used to be, right? It's basically a list that shows you your shows. You can order them up or down though now too. You can reverse the list, which is cool. But like two things that took a huge makeover are the stubs and the album breakdown. What do you want to see first, Joe?
Let's go with stubs.
Stubs. Well, peep this. This looks much nicer than the old way that we used to do things. Your stubs probably look quite a bit less faded out than mine do. But like, I haven't gotten crash yet, right? So I'm going to tap crash. Look at that. It says locked in gray. Like, boom. It's basically nice animation. If you tap on that, and it pops up when you have the stub. Now, what's really cool is when you get a stub and you receive that push notification the next morning, if you tap that push notification, it'll open the app and come right up to this card. So you go, whoosh, you can see this right away, no matter where you are in the app or if the app.
When you earn it.
Yep. So that's cool. My eventual goal is to add more metadata on how you obtain them. It's super compute intensive, the stub stuff already, and each stub is different, right? I mean, the first time you saw three shows in a row, well, that could be multiple times. So it's not an easy thing to do, but I have plans given time in the day and stuff like that. What's super cool, I'm going to hit the share button here, and I'm going to say, let's save this image. Now, I'm going to go to Photos, and I'm going to open up this image. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is basically a poster version, Matt's DMV Hub Stubs, right there, that basically shows, instead of this long scrolly thing of all of the different stubs, it puts them in columns and builds an image that you can then, it's kind of like a poster that you can share. It's actually legible, because in the app, it's scroll. The other thing about the app is, you'll notice they're now in categories. There are stubs that are community stubs, album stubs, guest related, milestones, releases, setlist game stubs, show stubs, song stubs, venues. They're categorized. So we can add stubs and categories on the fly. You can also add I can also add stubs now without needing an app update. I can upload the image right on the internet. The app will grab it. It's
We've
really,
had
really cool.
some requests. We've had some requests for new stubs, and you've had some fun with that too. On somebody wants the next person that isn't a member and becomes a member, I'll give you first dibs at a future stub. Maybe more things in the future on people got ideas for stubs they want to see, and we can have a little contest, and maybe your idea get picked.
Absolutely. But so that's much nicer there. By the way, this is what it looks like in dark mode too. Like, the app is light mode and dark mode compatible.
That's pretty cool.
I think it looks beautiful in both. And so,
or as I call it, light mode and at a DMB show mode.
Yeah, right. I mean, and that's the thing. If you've got your phone set up to automatically switch depending on the time of the night, even cooler, right? Let's go to breakdown by album. I love this too. This used to be some ugly list. So I use so many of these like table view lists. Now look at these gorgeous cards, transparency all over the place. And so you've basically got album breakdown of how many songs you've seen. Like Before This Crowded Streets, I've seen 229 total plays. Crush is my top song. Let's see, Busted Stuff, I've seen the whole album. But Away From This World, I have not gotten Broken Things. And you can see it's kind of chalked out in red there at the bottom that shows you that. Same deal with the stubs. You can share it as an image, and it spreads it out into columns so you can consume it and digest it without this big, long, huge vertical list. So really cool, really proud of that too. I love that. So now two really fun additions to the personal stats. The at a glance. Let's tap on that. Global comparison, Matt versus Ants. What's this? Well, I've been to 94 shows. That puts me at 1,767 out of over 88,000 ants. I am in the top 2% on shows attended. I don't even want to know about yours, Joe. I only did 1 decimal point. I'm sorry. Probably could have gotten you down into the hundredths. But you compare yourself against the whole body of ants and shows, unique song scene, how many stubs you have, how many venues you've seen them at, countries you've seen them in, states, how many guests you've seen, how many years you've seen them play,
This is so
and how
cool.
many tours you've been at. So
you can see where if you want to know where you stand in the fandom,
yep.
or mainly I always find like friends, they know a lot of us are very go to a lot of shows, and they're like, well, what are you? Are you like in like the top like 10% or 5% or whatever? And here you go. Here's a percentage of hardcore fans, of fans that have started tracking their shows. I mean, even higher than that. But this is even just the fans that track their shows. You can see
right.
how you rank.
And that's for all fans. But what's that bottom button say? Compare head to head.
Compare head to head. Yeah.
So this is going to be a bloodbath, and this is a live test that I hope freaking works. Because I solo tested this app. I did not have anybody test this stuff with me. Joe, why don't you tap compare head to head? Oh, that's a QR code, baby. I can't scan. Yeah. That's not going to work through that moon base you're calling me from. Why don't you can share either a QR code or you can share the link.
Yeah.
Send me a text message with the link. Would you be so kind?
All right.
There it is.
I will be so kind.
So this should work, all things considered. If I tap this, look at that. It came up head to head, Matt versus Joe M. And it highlights in green who's kicking ass. And I wonder. So, Joe, I got to see. Total shows 372. You sick man. Wow. I'm just going through this. We've tied on Dave and Friends. We've both seen 2 shows.
All right.
The rarest song both of us seen is
one of which we saw together. Did we see both of them together, or just one of them together?
Rochester and Boston.
Oh, I did Rochester and Pennsylvania.
But let's check that out. What's this button at the bottom? Mutual shows. Oh, we have 63 shows in common. Of not my 94, 63 of them were with you. And if you look, the top number over here, my Ralph Wilson Stadium in 2001 was both of our 5th shows. Even as recently as 06, you were 6 shows ahead of me. And then you just completely hit the gas.
We didn't know each other at that point.
In 06?
In 06?
No, Joe, I'd say we knew each other in 02.
01.
We went to Blossom in 2003 together, I think, probably, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, that was the first one.
And that was my 16th and your 20th show. But it really starts to get out of control really quick here. And you just start to triple digit and then you just launch. But these are all the shows that we've seen together. So you can compare that too.
That's so cool to be able to do.
63 shows in common. So
that's pretty cool.
That, and then guess what you can also do? The same kind of, oop, it crashed. Ooh, problem there. I'll have to check that out. You should be able to share the head-to-head stats as well.
That's cool.
So might need to do a little bug fix in there, but that's to be expected. There was a lot in this app. So that's personal stats. And there's more coming for the next version too on that. Settings is pretty much the same except for a little refresh view. If you do not already have an Ants account, what are you doing on here? I'm surprised, but you can sign up through the app without having to go to a web browser. You can do it right through the app, which I'm psyched about. That's new. On the About page, you can actually support DMB Hub and get an Ants Plus membership right through this way. Much better. You can check out the credits. You can send feedback. You can look at our legalese and all that. One final thing I wanted to go over was the set list game. This is a big one. This is obviously a new view. There's a little tip there. You can switch between active setlist game seasons. So instead of us having to go in and say, oh, this Dave's playing randomly, so we got to switch the whole tour, if it's active for the setlist game, you can switch to it. And there's a button for filter standings and manage your leagues. So if you are doing a private league, me, you, and Joe, and Christina, everybody else are doing our own league, play the setlist game, we can have our own set of standings. We can create the leagues through here. We can invite people. We can accept invites all through here. Right now, it's a summer tour, right? And I want to see it. I want to look at it. I want to admire my position of 24 total points. But there's also a future tour coming up, a very 2026 tour. I just switched to it. Look at this. Now there's no standings, obviously. I say make your picks. There are the 3 shows. And here's the one. And I'm starting off with Dodo in 27, and I'm sticking to it.
Wow, that's you're going out strong for the start.
And so those are your picks. And then we can switch back to the current last tour. Boom, there it is. The rules and news are all on a much nicer view, not just ugly and old and web view. There's the current news is a lot more digestible. You can look at past seasons, who won it, how many players, how many points, how many shows there were, all right here. And then if I click on
that's so cool.
There's the season details right there. And one of my personal favorites, you can also tap on final standings, or the standings card in the middle, and that will bring you to, see, I was 778th. And you can search and say, oh, where was Joe? He was, was he not there? There he is, 10 points. Not bad, Joe, not bad. You see that down the bottom right? The Hall of Fame. We got all-time points leaders. Crush Live.
Shout out to these people right here.
Right? The Heartbreak Kid, Tony B, a fellow Jets fan, and the Warehouse 418. Look at the top 3. All-time points leaders, right? That gives you the top 50. Then you can go to victories. Tony B with 6 season wins. He's the all-time leader. And this guy is in Cooperstown all the way.
Makes sense.
Most show wins. And then you go to the specialist tab, and you've got best picker of openers, best picker of closers, most accurate song pickers, and most accurate spot pickers. So this just kind of is a running total, historic. We've got a lot of seasons of the setlist game under our belts, and it's fun to be able to check it out and go through all of that. So
not to derail, but I know you posed a question to me related to the future setlist games around if there should be a tweak to the rules of scoring, and should the opener have a different point score, a lower one than it does today, so that because it has the same of picking the closer, and it's much harder to pick the closer in the exact spot.
You know what's funny? Tony B is the one who proposed that idea to me, and I didn't know till just now that he has the most openers picked. So he would be the one to stand.
Him the most.
He would stand to lose the most out of anyone, right? So that gives me a little extra weight in that. I think it makes sense. The logic is it's 2 points if you get a song right. It's an extra 4 if you spot it. So that's 6 for any spot during the show. But it's an extra 4 on top of that if you pick the opener. So it's a total of 10.
Yeah.
The closer is also the same logic, an extra 4 on top of this, the spot and the 10. But isn't that harder? Because they could play 19 songs, 20, 21, 22. Nailing that final closer is harder than nailing 1. 1 is always 1. And so the thought process, should we knock a couple of points off the opener?
Yeah. Open to debate, not decided.
I would say open to debate.
In some ways, actually, spotting the first song and knowing the song of it is actually, well, until most recently, is actually probably easier than spotting any other song in the set. Because at least with the opener, you kind of have some ideas traditionally of what is going to, what the reduced number of songs versus a song anywhere else in the show is actually you could argue harder to spot than the opener.
On a logical basis, Joe, I completely agree with you. Which is that's a rarity index of 0 right there. Logically,
we might need a poll about that.
Completely track. Here's the weird part. Now I normally won't go there, but this is how I feel about it. There's that emotional hit of I got the opener, so give me it. So and that's worthy.
Exactly.
That's worthy of something. So I do like that.
It is special. It is special. And to be honest, the band has been mixing up the openers.
It's not as easy. Have you seen the average scores of these tours? Like they used to be like 35, 36 points. Now they're like 21, 22 wins it. It's unbelievable.
So hard. So much harder.
Yep. It's definitely showing that it's way more difficult. I have a couple. These are like little demo tester versions. They're not final production, but like a couple of like the cards. This one's laminated. Yeah, this is
show cards.
Yeah, show card. So this is laminated. I don't laminate them final production, but this is what they look like, and that logo's a little bigger, but they're really nice and really high quality. So they're really good memorabilia.
Nice memorabilia. Yeah.
Somebody was saying
you can add them, next to your poster or something like that.
Exactly. There was a lady who was doing like mock stubs on Etsy for a while and stopped doing them. It was charging quite a bit for them. I think the cards are pretty affordable, and they're not big money makers. The equipment and the materials and the shipping and the stamp and all that kind of stuff. This is not going to put us in diamonds and pearls, Joe, but it's fun. I think it's really cool to have a collectible, the commemorative like that. So that's neat.
Yep. I think the foil stamp is a nice touch. It's not just a set list piece printed on a piece of paper. It adds that extra high quality stuff. It has the reflectiveness of it. It's in the double case card. It's a nice gift or collector item, or just put it with some of your memorabilia from the show, or if you had a special milestone show or something like that.
We've gotten a lot of orders for
if you pick the opener on the set list.
Yep. Well, and there's other ideas too, to like maybe we do something when it comes to a set list game result or whatever. If you won the set list game, maybe it does one with your picks, and boom, there you go. I mean, there's all kinds of options when it comes to that. So, so DMB Hub 2.0 out for iPhone now for free.
Okay, wait, what about streaming?
What?
Streaming the music, streaming a show, listening to music.
Well, does it not work anymore?
No, it works. I thought you were going to show. Why don't you show it?
All right. It does look better, doesn't it? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah,
it does.
It does.
You're right. So as you can see, this is a lot more attractive than the track is in there. It actually transitions between light and dark mode again, really beautifully. All around. See a nice liquid glass style on the bottom. See reflections based on what area in the site you're on.
See, that's cool. They're at the bottom of it. And what's really cool is listen to something very specific, you can just say, is this show available? There's a checkbox to say, is this a show available for streaming, or is this song available for streaming? So if you want to you're like, hey, you know what, I'm really in a bad mood and I need to hear a drive-in, drive-out from '94 or whatever, I don't know. Put it in the search and say, is this available to listen to? And it'll say yes. It'll find the ones, and you can just start listening.
Dude, huge call out, Joe. Thank you for that, because there was forever a time of I'm going to make streaming library like a top line menu item, and you dive in. But the more I thought about it, I'm diving into streaming, and I'm just looking at shows that are available to stream. We have that Tour Central, and if you find a show, you just hit play. So I felt like we were looking at it reverse. But with search, you're right. If I want to hear a song, if I want to hear a show with Butch Taylor that happens to have streaming available on it, I can search for shows with Butch that Drive In, Drive Out was played at, or Lie in Our Graves, and search for shows that are streamable. Boom, and it'll show you, and you tap on it and hit the play button, just like that. Yeah, good call out on that.
I'm already doing it.
Love it. What are you searching for?
I got a Drunken Soldier going right now.
There you go. You're right. Let's Gorge, what, night one?
How do you know? Yes.
I've been testing, and it's one of the most recent shows. So I'm like, I can't believe how many times I've heard the opening of it. I'm sick of it.
Or night three. Yes, night three. Yes.
Night three. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So, there's a banner at the top of the main hub view for support the hub. It also shows up in news articles. It's not all over the app, but it's just a kind of a gentle reminder that it'd be great. We'd be so grateful if you'd support the hub with an Ants Plus membership. That banner obviously goes away should you be an Ants Plus member. And like we kind of talked about a little bit, there's a feature coming up in version 2.1 that is going to be a special exclusive for Ants Plus members, part of the personal stats. So that might be something that we might want to dive
Let's
into.
take a moment. Let's take a moment to thank the Ants Plus members out there. Thank
absolutely.
you guys.
And those who signed up for the supporter card
those were
got
cool.
Those yeah, that was a nice thank you too.
Supporter laminate to everyone that was a Plus member from this past year.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
This is a hobby. This is something on the side. And you guys help balance the other things where we might have to be cutting the grass or something, and can go put some effort into making content for you guys.
Well, I had no idea how long it would take to kind of walk through the app, but we're at like 45 minutes. That's not too bad, given all things considered here.
And I'm sure there's going to be things that are like, we forgot to mention this. There's little things everywhere. Complete rewrite of the app.
Yep.
Shout out Matt for all the work that went into this. What you give back to the community that we get out of this. Even when you don't even you went to 0 shows this year, and you just freaking helped put out the next generation of D&B Hub app for everybody to consume. True player here.
Thanks, brother, man. I appreciate it. It's I've said it before, and maybe in certain different ways, but when I was in high school and those early years of college, when Ants was started, I was a huge Dave Matthews Band fan, right? And I would have what you would call an obsessive personality anyway. So if I get into something, I get into it very deep, jump in with all 3 feet kind of thing. And so as I aged, I can't go to as many shows as I'd like to. And you know what? I don't want to go to as many shows as I may have wanted to 20 years ago too. There's a balance, right? It's just not as the music and the concert. I love my friends and I love seeing them, but in terms of like building my summer around Dave, it's just shifted. No judgment on anybody who still can. I just can't. I got a daughter, etc. But it's so funny because you've got the band and the music, you've got the servers and the infrastructure and the tinkering and the programming and the server-side programming and the app programming and the phones and all the technologies and everything I've learned from it and continue to keep my skills sharp. It's almost like all of my hobbies kind of converge in because of this band and because of the website and because of the app. And I get to scratch all these itches because of it.
Exactly.
And the hub is like a perfect delivery of that. It's a perfect product of that, of that outcome. So it's pretty cool.
And we are lucky to have exciting, lot of requested features that people have wanted over the years. All the stuff that we had before is all still in there.
Oh, yeah.
And now more. So
if there are bugs or crashes, there's that feedback on the about side. Like I said, we ran into one there trying to share the head-to-head. I'm going to get killed. I'm going to dive into it this weekend, certainly, and see what's going on. Joe, I try to put Joe on feature freeze because sometimes he'll sit over there. He's got none of the burden with coming up with the actual code, right? But he'll sit there and, what about this? the best story. Well, and it's funny the way him and I work together. He knows it. He'll say something, and it might even seem impossible, and I'll initially like violently dismiss him, like, shut up, get out of here with that. But he gets in my head.
You know what would be cool?
And I start pondering. So D&B Hub 1.0, it was like April of 16. So they're talking almost 10 years ago. And
crazy.
There was no streaming at this point, and there was certainly no set list game. That was like the hardest part of the app. 25 songs, all these different pick'ems. The file was huge. updating picks for this, checking for overtime, duplicate picks, all of this stuff. Difficult.
Showing scoring.
I hadn't even dove into it. I said I gotta leave that for version 2, right? That was really we got a release to push out. We had a party in Seville coming up in May that we were like hammering. Maybe it was April. We were hammering towards. It was gonna be the release party for the app and the Seville shows. And like 2 weeks before it, Joe goes, "Oh, it's too bad we can't get the setlist game in there." Something like that. And I think I just said, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" Like you didn't just say that, did you?
You're like, no, that's massive. That's massive to do, and I don't know. Something came over you and turned it around in unbelievable time.
I love sending you those texts like, "Guess what's working? Guess what's working?"
Made the launch on the last thing right before, like you said, we're throwing a party and everything else. Yeah.
Well, that's the secondary part is that I could finish it, but then I submit it to Apple, and even back then, like nowadays, so like within 48 hours you're getting an answer, which is damn good. It could have been weeks back then, so I'm like, am I really gonna,
hit the submit button and not have something?
Because there's a difference between launching it without it and then launching an update and launching with it. Right, and I wanted to hold back the one without and launch with, and that was the risk that it ain't gonna be ready for the launch party at that point, and we wouldn't have anything because I held back the other one without the feature. So you just pulled that on me today, and how much time was it before I showed you a screenshot of it working?
I mean, I don't even think it was more than an hour or two. I don't even remember.
Cooking.
It was pretty bad.
I'm cooking. I'm in the zone right now.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting. Exciting to have this app. I can't wait for live shows. Can't wait to be out amongst other DMB fans and do head-to-head and search things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And read show analysis and all those kind of things.
That'd be awesome.
I'm just gonna have to do it with all my Apple friends though.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about that at length. There are very good reasons for that, and I really don't want to get spun up on that right now, but. I suppose you could say never, but probably never, Joe. So.
Yeah, it's been a long debate.
It's been a long debate, but you never know. It could happen. And now I'm going to go play before these kind of streets.
Before the streets.
Joe, good to see your face, man.
Exciting.
Good to see your face.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Go out there and update those apps.
Can't wait till the shows. Yes, go try the new app. Go try it out. And man, we gotta throw a party for this one too when the time is right. We don't got any shows going on right now, but maybe a stateside show that comes up. Maybe we figure something out.
Wouldn't mind that at all. You want to do a little Nash Vegas? We can do
Nash Vegas.
We can do that.
Hopefully it comes to fruition.
Right. All right, y'all. Everyone, thanks for listening to another episode of the Ants Podcast. Go hit that update button and enjoy. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bam.